Radar controllers, who control your IFR flight between the terminal areas in the cross-country part of your flying, work at facilities called Air Route Traffic Control Centers, abbreviated ARTCC. There's a whole bunch of them. Their space over the lower 48 is divided among 20 centers. Plus, there's also centers in Honolulu, Anchorage, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and out on Guam. The boundaries between centers and the frequencies you talk to them on are shown on the en route chart. Let's assume that you're at Hanksville, up here in the upper right-hand corner of the chart, and you're flying southwestbound on Victor 208 all the way down here to Page. You might be asked, what is the center frequency at the changeover point between Hanksville and Page? Well, the boundaries between air route traffic control centers are shown by this blue jagged line, a line that I like to refer to as the Great Wall of China. The changeover point is north of the Great Wall of China boundary, and in that area you'd be talking to Salt Lake City Center. As you fly south past the changeover point, you'd be crossing over into Denver Center airspace, and you'd be handed off to them. The normal practice is that your communication is changed to the next facility or sector before you reach the boundary. You're given a frequency change to the next controller before crossing over to their airspace. So as we said earlier, if you were asked what frequency would you be on at the changeover point, what you'd want to do is look for a little postage stamp symbol that has the same blue Great Wall of China border around it. And here, just under the Hanksville VOR compass rose, is the blue Great Wall of China box. The top line, in capital letters, is the name of the center, Salt Lake City Center. The next line, Hanksville, is the location of the transmitter and receiver for Hanksville. In the bottom line are the VHF and UHF frequencies Salt Lake Center has at this location. So, you would talk to Salt Lake Center in the vicinity of the changeover point on VHF frequency 12755. Now, the benefit to you of having these boundaries and center frequency boxes on the low altitude chart is in case you lose communications with the controller. If you fly out of radio range or a controller forgets to give you a handoff, all you have to do is look for the closest postage stamp box, and that would give you the frequency to reestablish communications with air traffic control. Let's work through a scenario about this. Suppose you're southbound on Victor 187 here, and you lose radio communications with Denver Center in the vicinity of the Cortez VOR. Well, on what frequency would you attempt to reestablish radio communications? You're on Victor 187, somewhere abeam Cortez, in this area. Well, just take a look west of Cortez at the postage stamp box with the Denver Center frequency 118.57. So there you found it. You would try and reestablish contact with Denver Center on 118.57. And you and I have now covered how to use your en route chart to find the nearest center frequency. Well, fellow pilot, I was thinking you might be curious about what center controllers are looking at when you talk to them. Well, this is what a center controller radar display looks like. Looks like a lot of traffic to juggle.